What's going on, you fucking retards? I'm probably gonna show this to either Tread or Joseph, or just PC News in general. I'm gonna show you how to fix your computer properly that doesn't make it run like piece of shits, and like pretty much teach you how like the basics. Another shit. We're gonna check DVR or DisplayPort is plugged into the right hole. So, if you have a DisplayPort or I mean a HDMI, you're not gonna plug that shit into your CPU because some CPU or some pre-builds, older pre-builds will have you can plug in the HDMI into right into the motherboard, which is pretty bad. You don't want to do that. Make sure it's plugged into the graphics card. But if it's like pre-built and it's exchangeable parts or uh just if you built your own, you're gonna know what's the right hole. So DVI and DisplayPort can do up to 240 to 144 hertz. HDMI can only go up to 120, so you don't want to plug that. You never want to plug in HDMI if you have a monitor like a 144 or 240 hertz. So you want to keep it DisplayPort and DVI. So make sure that's plugged in the right hole. It's pretty easy to. It's gonna be the same plug in as in like both ends are the same. So you can plug it in your monitor, plug it in your GPU, same shit. Okay, for to actually enable 244 or I mean 240 or 144 hertz, you're gonna have to get if you right click on your desktop, you could find the NVIDIA control panel. You could also find it here and NVIDIA control panel. Go to display, change resolution, and 240 hertz. And some people actually don't know where this is, and some like Greek and like new like especially Greek God X, he had a 240 hertz monitor for 2 years, but never actually enabled it. So he was literally playing only on 60 hertz when he bought a 240 hertz, and you can feel the fucking hot. You can feel the very biggest difference if you switch over, and it's like it is absolutely different. Like 64 144 is fucking insane. Apply. That's it. Okay, another thing about NVIDIA control panel is setting up multiple displays, but if you want to have black bars, you can probably just look this up on any CSGO, but I'm just going to put it in this video. You're going to have like black bars, you change the aspect ratio to right here, and I think you put on display, but this is how to get like stretched, and having stretch, you put full screen GPU override, and you have stretched pixels on CS:GO if you play on 4:3. So that's how you do it on here. That's another tip, but you can leave it default if you're playing League of Legends or just play on like the native resolution on CS:GO. So that's I just wanted to show that off. All right, speaking of GeForce control or NVIDIA control panel, get NVIDIA GeForce Experience. This is how you update your graphics card. If you do have a pre-built or have a if you build your own computer, you should probably download this. This is how you update your drivers. Sometimes you will lag like your frame dropping on CS:GO or like League of Legends for no fucking reason. Just it's probably just you need to upgrade your graphics card, but it's usually super long. This was last month, and I haven't had an update, so check for updates, and that's how you update your graphics. Check if your monitor have depth pixels. You can't really see it now, but in this video you can doing some monitor show you can't see it right now, but dead pixel test. This is how you check if your monitor have dead pixel. I had one on my Zowie. Fuck, I forgot the name. It's like X. It's the 546, but usually I had like a green dot like right here. It wasn't a. This is how you also check for stains if you want to clean your computer or some shit. But uh, usually I had like a green dot right here, and it would like just stay there forever, and I had to get it replaced. So check your monitor like every month, or if you have a warranty, or if you recently got a monitor, check it. Check it. Mouse and keyboard shit. Check if your default is 6 by your sensitivity. Go to go to the Windows, go to the cog wheel, type in mouse, or you go device, mouse, additional mouse options, and this is really important, by the way. And go to mouse or pointer options, and make sure it's 6 out of 10 or 6 out of 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after that, you want to check for turn off mouse Excel. This is it. Enhanced mouse position was my bane in CSGO. like early days because I had never turned this off. And you always turn it off, even on League. Because if you flick like this, maybe you're gonna reach the fucking end of like the top right of the fucking map because it's like having a joystick, and if you flick super fast to the right, you fucking 360. You don't want that, especially on like FPS or League of Legends. You never ever want that. But some people like it. But personally, and everyone always tells you to turn it off. Every time you make a PC, log into a new PC, check if it's off because that is like the worst possible thing you could. Okay, for polling rate, it depends on what kind of software you have or what kind of mouse you have. But on a keyboard, it usually is on the manual and there's like a buttons. It's usually on 1, that's 1000 hertz, and you want to keep it that way unless you have like a fucking 2005 computer. And for mouses, since I have a Logitech mouse, there's also one for Glorious Model O, but I have a Logitech. I usually keep this off because I don't know, I just don't like having this on. Not like I don't know, some people like it, some people like it controls like the lighting, but I keep mine off because fuck it, I don't want to have shit running in my background. But here you can change lights, like the macro, you can change like keys and DPI. I'm a CS:GO player. Some CS:GO player like it on 800, but most of them like it on 400. I like it on 400 because it keeps my like hand moving like when I'm doing it, and I already got used to it on 400. But I used to play on like 1000. That's an awkward number. You go by 400s usually. So you go 400, 800, 1200. I don't have it here, but then 1600. But max I'd say for League of Legends play is 1600, but I'd keep it at 800 or 1000, but or 1200, but I'd keep it on 800 because it's like fast enough. And if you have like a big ass mouse pad, yeah, 800 is enough. And other than that, there's the polling rate right here, and you want to change that to 1000, or it's pretty much the default is 1000 for every mouse, but you can change it. And there's preferences with the old fuckers, but fuck it, just I'd keep it there. Alright, for this next one is the double click test. If you got a new mouse, I had a bunch of fucking mouse. I had like 2 mouses, especially the Logitech that I bought from Amazon. Have fucking double clicks, and you just type in double click test right here, and you just click. If you're at like point 13 or you do holds, then you also do like fast, like just consistent clicks up to like 100. This is if I click super fucking fast, like that, you'll see it go red and there's a fast double click counter. And you just click on this left and right. If you do like both, it'll fuck it up like that. It'll register both mouse. So you don't want that, or you don't want it red. Well, that's what I mean. So I don't have a double click mouse right now. I like that. That's how you check for double click. Last one on the here is mouse bungee and tape.
The reason why you need a mouse bungee, so if you have wired mouse, see if this gets like stuck right here, it's like, or something gets stuck like right here. Like when I was in Joseph, something was stuck and I couldn't like move it downwards. And with the pull on the mouse, this is like really bad for the mouse. So what people do is get a mouse bungee like this. But if you do get a mouse bungee and it's like tight, you have to do this. There's a video on it, but I'll just do it now. You have to do that. You don't want to press on it, but you want to like slide it in like that. So a mouse bungee, what it does is like when you pull on it, it's there's a you can feel some pressure on your mouse too. So it's like, oh. So what you want to do is you want to keep it like how I recommend mouse bungees are, or like when you do them, is you get them long enough, like say like this, to where you're like this, like place it on the corner of your mouse mat, and just like stretch that out. Like too much wireage, you want to have it like that. I mean, you're not gonna break your arm doing do this, but if you do somehow get to this point where your mouse is like this, you somehow like fucking need to make a wide turn or some car, it's okay. So it doesn't like fuck around with the wire's not there, so it's like easy clap. Anyways, what I wanted to show was how to do it with tape. Because, I mean, why the fuck would you want to spend $20 like my dumbass on a mouse bungee? So you want to do pretty much the same shit. Put it in the corner like this. Go right here, and you want to take that bitch out. Literally that. So don't feel much drag or anything, or it won't get stuck right there. So you get that full rotation, or like that full fluid motion.
Alright, this is for checking Windows shit and downloading shit, and like pretty much like useful tools you should probably know. Like Joseph, I always like tell him like, oh, dude, check your task manager, check your control panel of uninstalling shit, or check your if your computer is like running super fucking slow, probably because either it's one of these, or either you have a virus. But checking Windows Update right here, and this update security or Windows Update, and this it's up to date, and that's how you check for updates. Usually back in the day there's an auto update and it would turn off your computer like mid-game, but they turn that off. Also keep alarms only. Don't get notifications on your PC. It'll tab you out on like mid-games of League of Legends. Downloading shit in SSD or HDD. So, like back in the day, I should just download everything on the SSD. This is like the expensive one, which reads your shit fast. So you have like your Windows here, but you want to have like your Steam here, or like important shit like Photoshop here, or I only have one game in here, and it's Black Desert because that's an MMO, and it loads your game faster, and you get more FPS. And or GTA, you can put GTA here, but they would literally just fill up the whole space right here. But check what you're downloading every time, like where you're downloading and what you're downloading. Like, let's say if I were to like download Chrome and it's like, do you want to install Apex Legends, click that off. Don't just fucking click, and automatically install it, because everything is auto installs on your SSD, and you don't want that. Like Steam games, like if I do this, if I get like some big ass game like Ark, it'll like put it on my C drive, which you don't want that because it'll just take up 600 gigabytes, and that will fuck your shit up. And if you do have your SSD full, it'll make your computer run super fucking slow, like unbelievably slow. Even if you have like the best computer, if your Windows is here and you have like full space right here, it'll just die immediately. Like it doesn't matter if you have like a NASA computer, it'll just fucking kill itself. So installing, make sure to click the right like hard drive or SSD you want to install it and click install. But I don't want to install Arc right now. And that's it. All right, for task manager and shit, like important uninstall or like figuring out troubleshooting pretty much. Press Control Alt and delete at the same time. Like Control Alt while holding down Control Alt then delete. Go to Task Manager. You can pin that shit. I have it pinned to check what's always going on with my CPU. If there's like lag or something. If I were to like play League and have like 100% CPU, like my fucking I'm like rendering something, it'll go up to 100%. It'll be like having 1 FPS. So always to check on. It's always good to check on these. What's like taking up like this. I don't know what this is, but I you can like search online what it is, like it does Bing shit, but you can always like right click, search online what like the program is. That's how like if you do like some random shit, you can always like search online what the fuck is this? Explain my disk space, whatever, blah blah blah. You can learn shit about like what's running here. Like I don't know what this is, but I can always search online for it. So that's good and handy for Task Manager. So Task Manager also gives you like the CPU, memory, disk, how much internet, whatever memory, CPU, performance is. Startup. This is when you have a bunch of shit. I usually have everything like disabled except like Discord. I want that to automatically turn on as soon as I turn on my computer. It affects how fast your computer's gonna load up. So some people like it all disabled and just manually doing it themselves. So you turn on your computer, 5 seconds, you're ready to go. To like you don't even have to like people like to like just disable everything like right here and have everything disabled. I usually have most of everything disabled, but I like having Discord and my like Cam, which is it's pretty much Task Manager. You can download anything like other softwares you want. I usually have NZXT because I have a NZXT a cooler on my CPU, and it works better like that. So this is how you like disable shit. Or Blitz.gg is high impact, so that's like I can shave off like 5 seconds if I just turn this up, but I'm just gonna keep it on. It's whatever. And here's my like temperature with NZXT and CPU, or yeah, here's my GPU, CPU, or no, vice versa. You can check the temperature in Celsius, and you can change it on Fahrenheit, but I keep it on Celsius. Go to search, type in control panel, and this is where you uninstall. This is like everything that your computer. It's like more. It's a like a better Windows settings. This is where you look at uninstall programs and shit like that. Like if you can't like uninstall something on Steam or if it's like some illegal ass game, usually you just delete the folders. But here, this is where you could like uninstall things, like fully uninstall them and shit like that, or softwares like Steam and shit. All right, for the last one is antivirus on or off. Personally, I like mine having it off because it fucks with your FPS on CS:GO, but on League of Legends or any other game probably doesn't. But me and Anthony like having off unless we have to like go in some illegal ass website to download some shady ass shit, or if you're just watching porn or some shit like that, I'd have that turned on. Uh, but or if you're gonna just do a scan and see what's wrong with your computer. Last scan was 4 days ago because I don't know, I probably was like doing some shady shit. But I have Malwarebytes. I don't know what Anthony's is, but he pays for this. I used to pay for mine, but I don't like I pay for it if I actually want like web protection or if I'm downloading a bunch of shit, like a bunch of shady shit, I'll probably buy it then cancel it. But yeah, this is like antivirus. You should have this. You should have like the normal antivirus for this is how you turn it off. I usually turn mine off for Windows. Here's like the antivirus for Windows. But to receive no notification, I put on alarms only for default because I get notifications from Windows a lot, so I just turn that shit off. So you can either choose to turn it on or off, but it's really up to you. But I usually have it off so you could have like, I don't know, freedom, I guess, or it's better for the FPS.